Hi, welcome back to my channel. In this lesson video, we're going to talk about the basic sentence patterns. So what are sentence patterns? Sentence patterns are basic structures that show how words, particularly the subject or S, verb or V, object or O, complement or C, and modifier are arranged to form meaningful sentences. Let's take a look at these examples. SV or subject verb. Birds fly. The subject is birds and the verb is fly. Another example is students excel. For subject verb object, we have she reads books. She is the subject, reads is the verb, and books is the object. Another example is the researcher analyzes data. Subject is the researcher, verb analyzes, object or direct object data. And of course, we have this SLVC, A or subject linking verb complement adjective. They are happy. They, subject, linking verb are, and complement adjective happy. And the same is true with the sentence, the results were significant. Subject, the results, linking verb were, complement adjective significant. So why are sentence patterns important? 1. A sentence pattern ensures clear expression of ideas. Let's take a look at these examples. Book she many reads versus she reads many books, which clearly expresses an idea. Certainly, it's the one with a pattern that starts with a subject, she, followed by the verb reads, and the object, many books. So it's she reads many books that expresses a clear idea. Number 2, it helps improve language proficiency. How? By constructing grammatically correct sentence. So with a pattern, we can construct grammatically correct sentence or sentences. We can avoid errors in subject and verb agreement. And we can understand the meaning of complex sentences more easily. Third, it offers variety and style in writing. So we can avoid monotonous and boring sentences. So it's like it always begins with the study, the children, they. So with different sentence patterns, there could be variety and style in writing. Number 4, it helps in language analysis. Certainly. So sentence patterns make it easier to analyze, diagram, or teach grammar. At the same time, learn grammar. Why? Because the sequence is predictable. With a pattern, we could actually predict, we could actually anticipate that this is what's next. So if there is a subject in the beginning, the verb will follow. So what are the 7 basic sentence patterns? Number 1, SV. Number 2, SVO. 3, SVIODO. 4, SLVCA. 5, SLVCN. 6, SVOOCA. And 7, SVOOCN. So they are quick or easy to memorize. Let's talk about the first pattern, and that is SV. S is for subject and V is for verb. Take note that the V here is intransitive verb, meaning it does not need any direct object. So the pattern again, subject plus verb. Take note that the verb does not take a direct object or DO. DO stands for direct object. The action stops with the verb itself. It does not transfer to something or someone else. Let's take a look at these examples. Birds fly. Students study. flowers bloom. These sentences are actually short but complete. Okay, they already express a complete thought. So if you say birds fly, you know what it means. Students study, it's complete already. The idea is already there. Flowers bloom, it's complete also. But of course, we could expand these SV patterns like this. So we have here subject plus verb plus modifier. But still, the pattern is SV. It's just that we have added some more details dubbed as modifiers. For example, we have here migratory birds fly south during the cold season. Students study diligently before an examination. Bright yellow flowers bloom beautifully in the garden. We could actually put a period here. Remember them a while ago with a very basic structure. Birds fly. Some more details or modifiers. Fly south during the cold season. So the same goes with what we have in the second sentence and the third sentence. A while ago, it's just flowers bloom. We added more details. What kind of flowers? Bright yellow flowers bloom beautifully in the garden. Ma'am, what about without these modifiers? Are these sentences correct? Yes. Migratory birds fly, students study, bright yellow flowers bloom. These are already complete and correct. Now we move to pattern 2, and that is SVO. The V here is different from the V in pattern 1 because the V here is actually transitive verb. It's TV, and it always requires direct object. Hence, the pattern SVO. So the structure is subject plus verb plus object, more specifically, direct object or DO. So the subject does the action to an object, and that object is actually the receiver of the action. So let's have this definition. Direct object is the thing being acted upon, and it answers what to the verb. We're going to find out. And do not forget that TV always needs DO. They always go together. The TV is always with the DO. The transitive verb is always with a direct object. So let's take a look at these examples. Maria reads books. We need this direct object because the verb here is transitive. Remember, TV always requires DO. Maria reads books. We need these objects. We cannot stop with reads because we still have to ask what? Reads what? So we need a direct object. Reads books. Maria reads books. Scientists study what? The effects of climate change. Number 3, farmers plant. Plant what? Rice to feed millions of people. So we have these 3 examples which are actually showing or showcasing that the transitive verb requires direct object. Hence, the pattern is SVO. Now let's move to the third pattern, and that is SVIODO. So we have here 2 objects, the IO and the DO, and that is why we have a ditransitive verb. Okay, we have ditransitive verb because we already have 2 objects here. And those 2 objects are, one is indirect object and the other is direct object. What's the difference between the 2? The IO is the receiver of the DO. So it's like this is the receiver of the action, and the receiver of the action is received by the indirect object. Okay? Don't get confused, guys. DO is received by the IO. So usually, IO are persons. Indirect objects are pertaining to individuals who receive an object. Take note, the transitive verbs, which I have mentioned a while ago, are verbs that take 2 objects. direct object and indirect object. And of course, indirect object is the receiver or beneficiary of the action. And when we ask the verb to whom or for whom, it will tell us that, this is the indirect object. Now let's take a look at these examples. The doctor told us the benefits of 8 hours of sleep. Let's ask the verb. Told what? The benefits of 8 hours of sleep. So if we answer the what there, when we ask the verb, that's pointing to the direct object. Let's ask the verb again. Told to whom or for whom? To us or for us. So if it answers to whom or for whom, then that is the indirect object. Told what? DO. To whom or for whom? IO. Okay? Another sentence. The chef served the children vegetable soup. So what was served? The vegetable soup. To whom or for whom? The children. So that easy, guys. Okay? You can jump from the verb to the DO, then to the IO. But certainly the structure or the order is SVIO DO. Further information, so we have common ditransitive verbs here, like award, bring, buy, give, show, teach, write, send, promise, tell, offer, lend, and more. For example, the president awarded a student a certificate of recognition. We have the subject, the verb, which is a ditransitive verb because it takes two objects. We have the IO, the indirect object, and we have the DO, or the direct object. That's why it's ditransitive. Pattern 4 now, SLVCA. LV stands for linking verb, C stands for complement, and A stands for an adjective. Do not forget that adjective modifies a noun or a pronoun. It describes a noun or a pronoun. Here's the structure: subject, linking verb, plus complement, adjective. A linking verb connects. It merely connects. It does not express an action. A linking verb connects the subject to an adjective that describes it. So the adjective describes the subject. Okay? Adjective describes this one. For example, subject, linking verb, complement, adjective, sentence 1, the soup is hot. Subject, the soup, linking verb is hot. Hot is describing the soup. The experiment was successful. Successful, modifying the experiment. The class officers seemed excited. The singer felt nervous. Notice that these complements are actually adjectives. They are all descriptive words or describing words. Later on, we're going to compare with noun, complement noun. Okay, take note: hot, successful, excited, nervous. Further information, linking verbs do not show action. A linking verb only connects the subject to more information about it. Okay, common linking verbs, guys. We have the be verbs am, is, are, was, were. Appear, become, feel, seem, grow, turn, remain, look, stay, sound, taste, smell. They do not show action. For example, the newly baked bread smells delicious. Okay, no action here. The bread cannot smell something, but it's the bread being described by the word delicious. The newly baked bread smells delicious. Okay? Now, SLVCN pattern 5. Similar with the pattern that we have in number 4, we have here linking verb and complement. The only difference is that the complement here is not anymore an adjective, rather it's a noun. So the structure is subject, linking verb, complement, noun. A linking verb connects the subject to a noun that renames or identifies it. Example, Miss Cruz was the speaker. So it's not anymore an adjective. It's a noun identifying Miss Cruz. The athlete became a champion. Filipino is the national language of the Philippines. So we have here noun that renames or identifies the subject. Pattern 6, SVOOCA. OC stands for objective complement or object complement. It describes the direct object. So the O here is a direct object described by an object complement adjective. The structure, subject plus verb plus object complement adjective. Remember, an OC or object complement is a word or group of words that follows and modifies or renames the direct object. It tells us what the object has become or what it is considered to be. For example, my friends found the trip fun. So we have here subject, my friends, verb, found, object, the trip, and the object complement, adjective, fun. So these words here are actually adjectives. Fun, effective, beneficial. They are telling what the object has become or what it is considered to be. The trip was considered fun. The solution was considered effective. The habit was considered beneficial. So we say, my friends found the trip fun. We consider the solution effective. The counselor called the habit beneficial. So fun relates to the trip, effective relates to the solution, beneficial relates to the habit. So the OC is connected to the O, not to the subject. Okay? Fun does not describe my friends. Effective does not describe we. Beneficial does not describe the counselor. Rather, the immediate word before it. Fun describes the trip. Effective describes the solution. Beneficial describes the habit. Okay? That's why it's an object complement or objective complement adjective. Pattern 7, the last one, SVOOC. And the difference of this one with that of pattern 6 is the complement noun. Structure, subject plus verb plus object complement noun. Same is true with pattern 6. An OC or object complement is a word or group of words that follows and modifies or renames the DO. It tells us what the object has become or what it is considered to be. This time, it's a noun. Example, the class elected Phoebe president. We called him our brother. Nutritionists consider spinach a healthy vegetable. So these object complement nouns are modifying the objects before them. So Phoebe as the president, him as our brother, spinach as a healthy vegetable. Don't get confused with this one because healthy is an adjective. Rather, focus on the noun after it. So we're talking about the vegetable. Healthy vegetable, that's why it's a complement noun. Okay, do you have some questions? If you do have, you may post them in our comment section down below. For now, let's practice. Directions. Identify the sentence pattern of each item. But before doing that, you have to read carefully and analyze each given. Number 1, the officers are hardworking. 2, the researchers discovered a new method. 3, the students laughed. 4, the committee elected Anna chairperson. 5, the volunteers offered the community free services. The film made the audience emotional. 7, the teacher is a mentor. 8, she reads novels every weekend. 9, the professor gave the class a challenging task. And 10, leaders speak confidently. Okay, you may pause the video if you need more time. Okay, let's check your answers. All right, for number 1, what's your answer? The officers are hardworking. It's SLVCA. The officers, subject, are, linking verb, complement, hardworking, and it's a complement adjective. 2, SVO. The researchers, subject, discovered, verb, a new method, object. 3, it's SV. The student, subject, laughed, verb. 4, it's SVOOCN. Subject, the committee, verb, elected, object, Anna, and we have the object complement, chairperson, which happens to be a noun. And number 5, SVIODO. Subject, the volunteers, verb, offered. Offered what? Free services, that's the DO, to whom or for whom? The community. So it's SVIODO. Okay, for number 6, what's your answer? Yeah, it's SVOOCA. The film made the audience emotional. Subject, the film, verb, made, object, the audience, object, complement, adjective, emotional. 7, the correct answer is SLVCN. Subject, the teacher, linking verb is complement, a mentor, and that is a complement noun. 8, it's SVO. She, subject, verb, reads, object, novels. Every weekend is a modifier. 9, it's SVIODO. Subject, the professor. Verb, gave. IO, the class. DO, a challenging task. Gave what? DO, a challenging task. To whom or for whom? The class. And finally, number 10, and that is SV. Subject, leaders, verb, speak. Leaders speak. You can actually end it there. Or leaders speak confidently. It's still SV. Okay, there we have it. What's your score? You may share your score in the comment section down below. How do you find this lesson? If you have lesson requests, you may put them in the comment section down below. I hope you have learned something from this lesson on sentence patterns. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell for more lesson uploads, practical tips, and anything educational. Have fun learning!